Before you clicked on this reading, something inside you already knew this message was meant to find you. There is a powerful shift happening around your love life right now, and it's not ordinary. Two very different energies are moving toward you at the same time, each carrying a completely different purpose in your journey. One touches your heart deeply, while the other changes your entire path. This is one of those readings that can feel intense, surprising, and emotional, so take a deep breath as you listen. And remember, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Today, the cards opening this message are the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Page of Cups. Just hearing these names together already tells a story of contrast, choice, and destiny. There is an energy of youthful affection here, full of excitement, sweetness, and emotional expression. But right beside it stands a strong, mature presence that speaks of stability, growth, and elevation. These energies are not competing by accident. They are showing up together for a reason, and you are standing right in the middle of this moment. You may feel pulled in two directions emotionally, or you may notice people around you who represent very different stages of life, mindset, or emotional maturity. One energy wants to love you openly, passionately, and without filters. The other wants to protect you, guide you, and help you rise to a higher version of yourself. This reading is not about right or wrong, but about awareness. It's about understanding what each connection brings into your life and how it aligns with your soul's growth. There is curiosity in the air, a sense that something unexpected is unfolding. Pay attention to how your heart reacts as this message continues, because your intuition already knows which energy feels familiar and which one feels transformative. This is not a coincidence. This is timing. Angels have 3 messages for you today, and they all revolve around love, growth, and deep emotional connection. One message is about someone who will love you in a way that makes your heart feel alive and young again, a love full of emotion, excitement, and sweetness. Another is about someone who will step into your life to lift you higher, someone strong, steady, and dependable, who wants to elevate you in ways that go beyond romance. And the third is the energy that shows you how these 2 connections reflect different parts of your heart, your soul, and the choices you are being guided to make. This reading is timeless, meaning it doesn't belong to a specific day or hour. If it resonates, it is meant for you now. If not, it will make sense when the time is right. Only take what resonates with you. The Page of Cups brings the energy of youth, tenderness, and emotional awakening. This is the person who stirs your heart in soft, playful ways. Their love is curious and genuine. They notice the little things about you, your laugh, your gestures, the way you carry yourself, and it sparks something inside them that feels innocent and pure. With this person, love feels light, magical, and emotionally alive. They may flirt, joke, or send small signs of affection, but every action comes from a place of honesty. Their feelings are open, vulnerable, and sometimes unsure, because they are still learning how to handle emotions this deep. Yet, in all this vulnerability, there is authenticity, a love that awakens your heart and reminds you of joy, warmth, and emotional freedom. This energy is intoxicating in the way it brings excitement and tenderness into your life. The Emperor, on the other hand, carries the energy of strength, stability, and long-term potential. This is someone who has walked through challenges, learned lessons, and grown into a figure of protection and authority. They don't rush love or emotions. Instead, they observe, consider, and ensure that their actions are reliable. With the Emperor, love is solid and dependable. They want to lift you, support you, and create a future where you feel safe, empowered, and respected. This person may not express emotions as openly as the Page of Cups, but their consistency, guidance, and protective nature show a deep, unwavering affection. They see your worth, your potential, and the version of yourself that you are becoming, and they want to be a partner in helping you rise. Their love is practical, intentional, and transformative, offering stability and growth that the heart and life can truly depend on. The Lovers sits at the center of this reading, bridging the 2 energies. This card reflects deep attraction, emotional resonance, and soul-level connection. It reminds you that love is not just about emotion or stability alone. It is about harmony, balance, and conscious choice. The Lovers shows that both the Page of Cups and the Emperor reflect different lessons and blessings in your life. One brings the light of emotional awakening and excitement, while the other brings structure, empowerment, and long-term security. This card urges you to listen to your intuition, to notice how your heart reacts, and to recognize which energies align with your growth and soul's desires. It speaks of mutual understanding, connection, and resonance that feels destined, like your soul recognizes something in these people that your mind cannot yet fully explain. Combined, these three cards tell a story of love in layers. Life has brought you two very different energies to experience, explore, and learn from. The Page of Cups reminds you to feel deeply, to let your heart awaken to affection, joy, and tenderness. The Emperor teaches you the power of strength, stability, and life elevation. And the Lovers encourages you to honor your intuition and your heart as you navigate these energies. You may feel pulled between emotion and stability, excitement and security, or youthful love and mature partnership. But the key is to notice how each energy makes you feel and which lessons your soul needs right now. There is also a spiritual message here. Love is never only about immediate pleasure or attraction. Sometimes it arrives in contrast, teaching us the difference between a love that stirs our heart and a love that lifts our life. Sometimes it comes in layers so we can recognize the balance between emotional joy and practical empowerment. The Page of Cups awakens your heart, while the Emperor strengthens it, and the Lovers shows how to integrate both energies into your understanding of true connection. It is a reminder that love is both magical and transformative, exciting and grounding, delicate and powerful. As you reflect on this reading, notice the emotions that rise within you. Which energy makes your heart race with excitement? Which one gives you the sense of calm, protection, and empowerment? Both are valid, both are beautiful, and both have purpose. The Page of Cups reminds you that love can be soft and emotional, filled with affection and spontaneity. The Emperor shows that love can be strong, steady, and elevating, capable of lifting you into a higher version of yourself. The Lovers teaches you to embrace choice, alignment, and the guidance of your soul in navigating these energies. This combined message is meant to awaken your awareness. It is a reminder that love is not only about who excites you emotionally, but also who strengthens, supports, and elevates your life. It shows that the universe, angels, and divine timing are working together to bring lessons, growth, and love into your life. Whether these connections manifest now or later, the cards are telling you that your heart and soul are being guided to recognize both the joy of emotional awakening and the strength of empowerment. You are standing at a crossroads of the heart, and the angels are reminding you that every connection has meaning, every feeling has value, and every choice is part of your journey. The Page of Cups, the Emperor, and the Lovers together show that love can be playful and tender, strong and empowering, and deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. Pay attention, feel deeply, and trust that the right energies are entering your life at the perfect time. The Lovers card appears in your reading as the bridge between two very different energies, and it holds a powerful message about choice, connection, and alignment of the heart. This card is not just about romance. It is about meaningful union, emotional harmony, and soul-level attraction. In the context of this topic, the Lovers shows that there are two energies approaching you at the same time, and both have a role in your life. One comes to awaken your heart, and the other comes to elevate your life. The Lovers reminds you that your heart has a say in the journey ahead, and the choices you make now will influence your emotional and spiritual path. This card reflects deep chemistry, mutual understanding, and connection that feels destined. The Lover's energy doesn't appear lightly. It signals someone who feels drawn to you on multiple levels. With the Page of Cups, you experience tenderness, emotional awakening, and the joy of first love. With the Emperor, you feel stability, structure, and long-term potential. The Lovers is the mirror showing you that these energies are not separate. They are both reflecting aspects of what your heart truly desires. It's about seeing how each energy fits into your life and what your soul is seeking in love. The Lovers also signals the importance of choice. This is not a card that forces a decision, but it reminds you that your intuition matters. Pay attention to your feelings, your emotional reactions, and the energy you feel around each person. The card is urging you to acknowledge your heart and your soul's desires while also honoring what serves your growth. This is not just about romance. It's about harmony between who you are, who you want to become, and the relationships that support that journey. In the context of your reading, the Lovers also suggests alignment and balance. You may notice that the younger energy, represented by the Page of Cups, brings playfulness, emotion, and innocence into your life. They remind you of joy, excitement, and emotional spontaneity. Meanwhile, the older energy, represented by the Emperor, brings structure, support, and guidance, helping you feel empowered and elevated. The Lovers shows you that these energies can coexist in a spiritual sense. They are teaching you different lessons about love, commitment, and partnership. This card also speaks to mutual respect, attraction, and the natural pull between souls. With the Lovers present, there is an undeniable magnetism that draws people together. You may feel it as butterflies, curiosity, or a sense of being seen and understood. This card shows that love, at its core, is not just about physical attraction. It is about resonance, energy, and emotional connection. One person awakens your heart, and the other awakens your sense of stability and potential. Both have lessons to teach, and both help you grow in ways you may not have expected. Finally, the Lover's card encourages trust in divine timing. It reminds you that love does not always arrive in one simple package. Sometimes it arrives in layers, through multiple energies, and through experiences that help you understand what your heart truly wants. The Lovers invites you to stay open, observe carefully, and honor your emotions as you navigate this situation. It reassures you that your heart, intuition, and soul are aligned to guide you toward the connection that best serves your happiness and growth. In this topic, the Lovers completes the story between the Page of Cups and the Emperor. It shows the dance between heart and soul, emotion and stability, excitement and structure. It reminds you that love can be complex, beautiful, and transformative. You may feel pulled between two energies, but the Lovers encourages you to trust the process, honor your feelings, and embrace the lessons each connection brings. This is a reading that transcends time. It is not about now or later. It is about your journey, your heart, and the choices that help you align with the love you truly deserve. The Lovers whispers, your heart is capable of recognizing what is real, what is transformative, and what will lift you into the love and life you were meant to experience. The Emperor energy enters this situation very differently. Where the Page of Cups feels soft and emotional, the Emperor feels grounded, steady, and powerful. This card represents the older energy connected to your topic, not just in age, but in mindset, life experience, and authority. This is someone who has already walked through challenges, learned hard lessons, and built themselves into a strong position. When the Emperor looks at you, they don't just feel attraction, they see potential, future, and long-term value. The Emperor shows someone who wants to elevate you in real, tangible ways. This person thinks about stability, security, and structure. They want to protect you, guide you, and make sure you never have to struggle alone. Their love is not loud or overly emotional, but it is solid. They may not express feelings through constant words, but through actions, decisions, and consistency. When they care, they show it by taking responsibility. In this topic, the Emperor sees you as someone worthy of respect and partnership. They don't see you as a phase or a passing emotion. They see you as someone they could stand beside publicly and proudly. This person may already have a position of authority in life, or they carry a natural leadership energy. People listen to them. They are used to being in control, and yet around you, that control softens into loyalty and commitment. The Emperor's love grows slowly, but once it locks in, it is firm. This person doesn't rush into emotions. They observe, they analyze, and they make sure their choices are wise. When they decide to invest in you, they do it fully. This is someone who would want to build a future, create structure, and help you rise to a higher level in life, whether that is emotionally, financially, or socially. There is also a protective quality here. The Emperor does not tolerate disrespect toward you. They want you to feel safe, supported, and valued. Even if they don't say romantic words often, their presence itself feels reassuring. You may notice that around them, you feel calmer, more confident, and more secure. They bring order where there was chaos and clarity where there was confusion. At times, this energy can feel intense or serious. The Emperor is not playful in the same way as the Page of Cups. They may appear strict, reserved, or emotionally controlled. That's because they carry responsibility heavily. They believe love should be dependable, not unstable. In this topic, their role is not to make your heart flutter, but to make your life stronger. This card also shows respect and admiration. The Emperor does not choose just anyone. If they are drawn to you, it's because they see strength in you that matches their own. They want a partner, not someone to save. They want to stand with you, not above you. Their desire to elevate you comes from seeing your worth and wanting to help you step fully into it. In contrast to the younger energy, the Emperor's love may not feel exciting at first, but it feels lasting. This is the kind of connection that grows roots. It supports growth, ambition, and long-term success. You may feel challenged by this person to become more disciplined, confident, or focused. That is part of how they show love. In this topic, the Emperor represents a connection that changes your direction in life. This person doesn't just love you. They open doors, create opportunities, and help you rise into a stronger version of yourself. Their presence is meant to stabilize you, empower you, and remind you of your own inner authority. This energy shows that love is not only about emotion, but about foundation. And when the Emperor chooses you, they choose to build something real, lasting, and powerful with you. The Page of Cups energy comes in softly, almost quietly, but once you feel it, it touches your heart in a very deep way. This card speaks of the younger energy in this situation, not just an age but an emotional expression. This is someone who loves from the heart first, without overthinking, without walls, and without fear of looking foolish. Around you, this energy feels sweet, romantic, and full of curiosity. This person doesn't hold back their feelings. When they care, they show it in small, meaningful ways that make you feel seen and wanted. The Page of Cups tells us that this person experiences love as something magical. Being around you awakens emotions they didn't even know they had. You may notice them looking at you with wonder, like they're trying to understand how someone like you exists in their life. Their feelings grow quickly because they are emotionally open. They want to text you first, share their thoughts, flirt, laugh, and dream with you. Their love feels light, playful, and comforting at the same time. This card also shows vulnerability. The Page of Cups doesn't pretend to be stronger than they are. If they feel nervous, they show it. If they feel jealous, excited, or unsure, it comes from a place of honesty. Around you, they may act shy one moment and bold the next. That's because their heart is learning how to love deeply, and you are the one teaching them what real connection feels like. In this topic, the Page of Cups is deeply attracted to your emotional energy. They are drawn to your kindness, your warmth, and the way you make them feel safe enough to open up. Even if they don't always have the right words, their actions show that their intentions are pure. This is someone who wants to make you smile, who feels proud when they can bring happiness into your life. There is also a dreamy quality here. This person may imagine a future with you, even if they haven't said it out loud yet. They picture moments, conversations, and shared experiences. You may feel this through their attention, their compliments, or the way they remember small details about you. Their love feels sincere, but it may also feel a little unsure of itself at times, because they are still learning how to handle emotions that run this deep. The Page of Cups can also point to emotional messages coming your way. This could be a confession, an apology, or a heartfelt conversation. This person wants to express how they feel, but they may be waiting for the right moment or the right sign. When they speak, it may come out softly, but it will be real. There is no manipulation here, only genuine emotion. At the same time, this card reminds you to notice how this love makes you feel. It can be exciting and refreshing, but it can also feel fragile. This person loves you deeply, but they may still be growing emotionally. They are learning through loving you. Their feelings are strong, but their confidence may not always match their heart. In this topic, the Page of Cups shows love that is pure, affectionate, and emotionally rich. This is the kind of love that makes you feel young inside, that brings back hope, creativity, and emotional warmth. It reminds you what it feels like to be adored for who you truly are. This person may not yet know how to elevate your life in practical ways, but they elevate your heart, and that in itself is powerful. This energy is here to remind you that love doesn't always arrive perfectly formed. Sometimes it arrives gently, honestly, and full of emotion, asking you to feel, to receive, and to remember what love is supposed to feel like at its core.